You are listening to the Outlaw Podcast with me, your host, Andrea Hall. I am a certified equine gestalt coach, speaker, 3-time author, and lawyer. I help women lawyers who are miserable in their career, struggling with mental and emotional health issues, wanting to have fun in their lives, and struggling to be selfish. After fulfilling my dream of being a criminal defense attorney and opening my own law practice right out of law school, I thought I had it all. While at the height of my career, my 18-month-old puppy died, and I thought, what am I killing myself for? Sometime later, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and my world turned upside down. It was in that moment I realized something had to change. This podcast is about sharing my journey with you about what is possible in your life outside the legal profession, stopping the adulting, and being able to play as a child, inspiring you to dream again. Let the journey begin.
Good evening, Facebook, and welcome back to another episode of Outlaw. I love Mondays. Not? I hear that way too often. And like every morning after I get up, one of the first things I do is come to Facebook. And like most Monday mornings, I see comments or memes that people are angry that it's Monday, not wanting to get their butt out of bed because it's Monday, dreading the week because they know what is in store for them, just coming off vacation and knowing that they have to deal with a crazy week. And just like any other Monday, I got into one of my women's groups and I saw several posts from female attorneys who are mostly solo practitioners saying, I woke up in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning and my mind was going 100 miles an hour with all the things that I needed to do on Monday. And I thought to myself, wow, I so remember those days. I so remember the heartburn and stress of what it was like at dinner time on a Sunday evening and how I would already be ramping up my anxiety because I knew what was going to have to happen on Monday or what was going to have to happen before I had to kill myself to go on vacation, or how I was going to have to kill myself once I got back from vacation. And it's a vicious cycle. We as women solo practitioners or women lawyers or women executives, period, have this big stress, and we potentially are in this loop or this cycle, right? Where we're not happy, we're miserable, we're having fights with our significant others, we're missing deadlines, we're missing important events for our kids. In fact, one of the women mentioned that, her husband was sick and dying, and her client didn't want her to file a motion to continue the case. And I understand clients' needs can somewhat be important. However, I thought to myself, how is it that the client could be so unsympathetic to what the attorney had going on in their life and to not even allow the attorney or consider the attorney's feelings? And thankfully, opposing counsel said, you know what? We're going to ask for a continuance in this case because of what you have going on in your personal life. Thankfully, somebody stepped up and said, you know what? We're going to take care of your needs. Because so many times us women will put the needs of other people first, and our needs come last. We're upset, we're miserable, we have health issues, somebody in our family has health issues, we're not having fun anymore. And the practice of law or the profession that you're in is no fun, and yet we continue to stay in this cycle. And wouldn't it be great to be on the other side of the fence, to know that you could go to a job, a career, a profession that you absolutely enjoyed, that when the alarm went off at 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning on Monday, you were actually excited to go there, and you weren't stressed out, and you weren't waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday going, oh my gosh, I'm dreading the fact that I have to go to work on Monday morning, or the case that's before a certain judge, or the client, or the fact that the clients aren't paying the bills and you still have to appear in court on Monday. And wouldn't it be great to be happy and healthy again, and have excitement into your life, and be able to have balance and not be owned by your calendar or your cell phone, and being able to have the luxury of setting your cell phone down and not worrying, oh my God, am I going to miss a call? Oh my goodness, is an email going to come in and someone's 4-alarm fire has now equated to my emergency. That's been my experience over the years, that a client has an emergency and somehow their emergency now equates to mine. However, there is this audacity of boldness that really has to shift and change in order for that to happen. We have to be open to what's possible on the other side, and listen to our intuition, and become a kid again, and learn how to say no. And when you have the ability to have the audacity to be bold, as I talked about yesterday in my podcast, and listen to the intuition and discover what it is that actually makes your heart sing again, and schedule the time to play and have fun, and have those boundaries and be able to say no, the possibilities are limitless. And there's so much more on the other side. And the ability to reduce the heartburn, the stress, the anxiety, the fear of the alarm going off, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, not being able to be with a loved one during their time of need, or to take care of your needs for that matter, are at a high price. And we're paying that price by staying in a profession that is physically killing us, mentally and emotionally killing us. And there are other opportunities on the other side, if we can just be open to that. And for me, that was a huge shift, to see what's possible again, and what would make my heart sing, and what would allow me the liberty to have the things that I wanted in my life, and to not be controlled by my calendar and my cell phone. And now my Mondays look much different than my Mondays did about 4 years ago. Today, my Monday looked like getting out of bed, going and feeding horses, taking my horses to the vet. And when things didn't go exactly as planned at the vet, because my little sweet pea was being a stinker, We ended up being at the vet for about 2.5, 3 hours, which clearly wasn't planned, and immediately changed my whole morning. And if I did not have the liberty in my life that I didn't previously have, I would have been in serious trouble, because that incident at the vet changed my whole morning. And now I have the ability to do the things that I truly enjoy, which is hanging out with my horses and helping other professional women see that there is something different on the other side of our stressful profession and our stressful career. I hope that this was extremely helpful. And if you can relate to hating Mondays, send me a message. I would love to chat further with you, or drop me a line here and let's chat. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Outlaw, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Have a great evening.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Outlaw. There is life after litigation. If anything I said in this episode resonates with you, call for a free exploratory session to see how I can help you. My horses will give you instantaneous feedback. Unlike traditional talk therapy, you will shift your awareness into real time with the help of a horse. The horses are like lie detectors, flushing out limiting beliefs with a swish of their tail, a shift of their 1,200-pound body, or a simple unwillingness to move. Horses have a way of seeing into the window of our souls. Horses have been connected to humanity since the dawn of time. Their hearts can heal and mend our broken hearts. Simply standing in their presence can change our lives forever, putting the puzzle pieces back together and returning us to wholeness. Horses are restoring the parts of us that have been missing. You can call us at 970-682-4405 to set up your appointment today. Want to be inspired daily? See about our latest events or purchase a copy of my books? Go to our website at www.witherswhisper.com. That's www.witherswhisper.com. Or you can follow us on any social media venue at Withers Whisper. Until the next episode, listen to the whispers.